All right, now let's go ahead and mark our wood pieces up with where all the pilot holes are going to be drilled. So I have the base piece we're going to do first. So we're going to actually drill the holes from the bottom. So you're going to nail up into your toolbox. All right, so everything is going to be symmetrical. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set our contractor square to 3 inches. 3 inches. And we're going to go in 3 inches on all 4 corners. Okay, so 3 inches there. You should use a pencil. I'm using a pen just so that you can see the lines clearly in the video. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Then one more, we're going to do another hole in the center. We're going to go to 7 inches, which is right about halfway, about halfway actually it is. It's 14 inches across, so 7 inches would be down the middle. I'm going to mark my 7 inches there. I'll mark my 7 inches here. Now, everything we're going to do is we're going to go in 3/8 of an inch. Since we're doing 6/8, which is 3/4, halfway is going to be 3/8. So on my contractor square, I'm going to go to, this is in 16ths, so 3/8 is the same as 6/16. So I'm going to go to right there. I'll mark it, 3/8. You see that? Pretty fancy, hey? Yeah. So now I'm just going to fire through all of these and just make my crosshair. And right where that line intersects, that's going to be where we are going to be putting our drill to mark our pilot holes. Okay, and then the last one. All right, so those are all marked. That was the easy part. Now the side pieces, we'll have them at their 7 inches wide and they're 8.5 inch tall like this, or a tall rectangle. I went ahead and made one already. You're going to have to do both of these. So I'm going to show you how to do all these marks on here and how I did them on the on here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do them on this piece here. So everything I was basing my measurements from was from the bottom. So we're going to work our way up all the way. Basically, we're going to set 3 pilot holes for nails on the sides, and then we are going to be marking a hole for where we're going to stick the dowel through, and we're going to mark 2 other spots where we're going to cut off these pieces at a 30-degree angle so that we can have it kind of slanted in. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and we are going to start at 1/4. So I'm going to set my contractor square at 1/4. Okay. And I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm just going to make my lines going up on both sides. So there's where one of the holes will be. Another hole. Next one will be at 1.5. 1.5. So this is a good point where you could pause the video, go back, rewatch it, or at least pause the video as I'm going so you can do the same thing. So 1.5 inches up. Mark. Mark. Then I'm going to go to 3 inches. So slide up to 3 inches on the contractor square. Mark. Mark. And then I'm going to go to 4 inches. And 4 inches is where we're going to start the cutoff. We're going to be cutting the pieces off at the top. 4 inches here. Mark. And mark. Okay? Now, at the top, we are going to mark where we're going to cut it off first. So to keep this symmetrical, we're going to go 2.5 inches. So I'm going to set this at 2.5 inches. We're going to go 2.5 inches in from both sides. I'm just going to make a little dash. Both sides. And from here now, I'm going to take a regular ruler, and I'm just going to draw a straight line from that 4-inch mark down here to that 2.5-inch mark there. That's going to end up being cut off with the miter saw, which Mr. Harris or myself will help you with. Or, just mark that again, or you can do it on a scroll saw if you want to cut a straight line on there yourself. So don't forget you're going to have to do that to both pieces. So I'll go ahead and mark this one with you as well. Okay. All right, and then there's really only one more hole we're going to make, although I think I'm going to add one while I'm doing this video to you too. We're going to add another pilot hole down here, but we're going to do that pretty, yeah, we'll do that while we're doing this. So let's first set the hole where we're going to drill the 3/4 inch dowel. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set it at 1.5 inches. Actually, no, we'll do the side piece. We're going to do 3 3/4 of an inch. That's going to put us at the halfway point of our piece here. So I'm going to go to 3 3/4. Okay. Sorry, 3.5. Can't do my math. 3.5. So 3.5. We're going to go in here. We're going to make a mark. And you can see I kind of went down a little ways. I'm just eyeballing it, but we're going to go down a little ways here. And then we're going to end up going 1.5 inches down from the top. Okay? So you can see my line is way longer than it needs to be, but I was kind of eyeballing it. That's the only spot I really need to worry about. That's where we're going to put our 3/4 inch drill bit so we can drill the hole through here that the dowel eventually is going to go through on both sides. So it'll be built like this, 2 sides, and your dowel is just going to go right through there and hold it in place. So before we do the last hole, before we finish off our pilot holes, I'm going to do another mark here at 3.5 inches on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to go 3.5 inches in. Again, that's halfway. I'll make my mark there. And now, as you can see, we only have one line on each one of these spots for our nails. What we're going to do is need to do the crosshair piece. And like I said, it's a 3/4 inch thick piece of wood, so halfway is 3/8. So I'm going to mark this at 3/8. And just like we did over here, I'm just going to, on the bottom, we're just going to fly through these and mark them really quick for where that drill bit is going to go. Just working my way around and marking all 7 on this. So again, you're going to have to do this to both pieces so that you have it completed. For the video not being super long, I only did one of them. Okay? Got any questions? See myself or Mr. Harris.